So for today's video, we're going to be talking about all my favorite drugstore products, and also I'm going to be throwing a couple of first impressions in there as well. So if you guys want to know how I got this look using all drugstore products, you're in the right place. Just keep watching. Alright, so for primer today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime, and this is in the 100 Blur and Smooth. I really like this primer. I think it's a close second to the Rimmel London Stay Matte, which is my all-time drugstore. But I figured for today I'd try something new because I really like this one too. I used this one before I started using the Rimmel London. Alright, for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is it's one of their newer ones. It's the Dewy Smooth. It's for normal to dry skin. And since it's getting colder outside, I already have normal skin, so my face has been really dry lately. And it's breaking out, as you guys can see. So I'm just going with this with my beauty blender. And this is also a really, really good high coverage foundation for drugstore. I really love this. I've used it for quite a while, and I'm really excited that they have the Dewy Smooth just because my skin is so dry. And you guys can see literally like all my freckles are disappearing with this foundation.
Alright, so I'm just going to keep blending this into my face and trying to make my face look more like skin instead of so packed on with foundation. And I'm just going to be blending this to my ear because I don't want to have white ears and a tan face. And I also will drag that down on my neck so I have no harsh lines or makeup lines. And also I am going to be packing this into my hairline as well.
And the sponge I'm using is also a drugstore sponge. It's the Real Techniques. I think it's a lot like the Morphe sponge. Alright, so next I'm just going to be going in with my coconut oil. As you guys know, this is my favorite thing to do after I apply my foundation. I think it really helps my concealer not set into my wrinkles, and it helps my concealer not to crease, and it's just a really good trick. Alright, and next I'm just going to be going in with the Maybelline Fit Concealer. This used to be my favorite concealer in the world. I used this all throughout high school. This was like my go-to. I'm a Maybelline girl when it comes to drugstore products. I use so much Maybelline stuff. They just have like a really good variety of stuff, and it's all really high quality. I think this is in the color Light. I peeled the sticker off, so I have no idea. I have a 1-year-old who likes to eat makeup, so I have to like take all the stickers off a lot of my stuff so she doesn't eat the sticker.
Right, and I'm just going to keep working this in the shape of a V because of the way the light hits your face, and I'm going to make sure I drag this all the way out to my hairline. And I also will put this on the side of my nose because I feel like it's the best way to help contour your nose.
And I feel like drugstore products have really like upped their game. My face primer, I always use drugstore face primer just because it's so good, and it's such a good deal. You can get a lot of drugstore stuff lately that are like just as good as high quality or high end stuff.
And I know people are wondering why I just let my concealer sit on my eyelid, but I have really bad veins on my eyelid, and I always try and cover them up as much as I can. And I feel like the best way to do that is just to let my concealer sit on my eyelids because it helps oxidize into my skin and pave the way for my eyeshadow.
Alright, and for now, for my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the NYX Tama Frame in the color Brunette. I would say this is a really good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. I'd say the color Brunette is a really good comparison to the color Medium Brown in the Anastasia. They're both a really deep brown.
Alright, for my eyebrows, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Frame and Tame in the color Brunette. And I'm just going to be working this into my eyebrows. I really like to get those outer edges as clean and as crisp as I can. And I do like to work this out. And this is something that I didn't notice until after. And I totally knew this about this product. But NYX Frame and Tame is very pigmented when you have powder on. But if you try to apply NYX Frame and Tame to wet skin, like with foundation on, it does not work well with that. As you can see at the end of my eyebrow, it is like almost gone.
And one thing I like to do when any of my eyebrow gels dry up, I always put a little bit of coconut oil in them. It's like the best like hack there is to make your eyebrow gel have life again. It just makes it a lot easier to apply if it starts to dry out.
And one of the best tricks I have learned since doing my eyebrows recently is that I love to drag my eyebrows out at the end instead of going down, because I feel like it really lifts your face, and it also gives you a lot more eyeshadow room to work with. Alright, next I'm just going to be going back in with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender to blend out my concealer.
And this is definitely no Tarte Shape Tape concealer, but I think it's a higher end quality drugstore concealer. Alright, next I'm going to be going in with another Maybelline Fit Me product, and this is the Fit Me in the Fair Light. It is the loose finishing powder. Powder is a very good high quality drugstore powder that I like to bake up under my eyes and just set all of my foundation. I really actually love all Maybelline products. They're just all pretty great.
And I'm just going to be using this powder to bake the high points of my face, which is up under my eyes, my nose, and I also like to put some on my chin as well because I do get pretty oily there.
Alright, now for the rest of my face, I'm just going in with my powder brush.
And I'm just going to make sure that I pat the powder into my face because if I rub the brush too hard on my face, it will mess up my foundation and move the product way too much.
Alright, next I'm going to be going in with my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is on the pricier side for a drugstore, but I think that it's literally the best. I think that you got to have a really good bronzer, and instead of the Hula bronzer, which is like around $30 for the little small thing, this runs $14.99 at Ulta.
And I'm just going to take a bigger bronzing brush just to give my face a little bit of color after using all my powder and foundation. I think that you just need to get a big fat brush to apply your bronzer on your cheeks and also on your forehead.
And next I'm going to be going in with a more precise contour brush. And I'm just going to work this on the outer of my hairline, and I'm going to try and brush that product into my hair because I don't want to have that abrupt line from where my hairline is to where my bronzer is. And I'm also going to contour my cheeks. And the more precise brush gets it really nice and crisp like where I want it. Alright, and next I'm just going to be contouring my nose with the Butter Bronzer as well. And I have a really nice thin brush, and this brush is actually the E47, the Morphe E47. I love this brush. I think everybody should invest one to contour their nose with. I'm just going to make these lines really, really close together. The closer you make these lines together, the thinner your nose will appear.
Alright, and I'm just going to be going really slow and try and be as precise as I can because you really don't want to mess the nose contour part up.
Alright, next I'm going to be going back in with the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, and I'm just going to be cleaning up my contour a little bit and making it look really nice and precise. I really like to have that nice defined line right there on my cheekbone.
And a trick I like to use for baking is I do like to push the product into my skin with the brush because I feel like it makes it come off really, really harsh, and it really helps the product to just sit on your skin.
And when I contour my nose, I always like to bring up the powder all the way up here, and I do like to make these lines right here nice and really clean. When you have the white powder on right here, this is why I like to put concealer right here as well. It'll blend in with your face and make your nose look like it starts up higher, so it doesn't look as wide.
Contouring my nose, I do make sure I get this as close to the contoured lines as I can so it'll look very snatched.
Alright, now I'm just going to be going in with my Milani powder blush in the color Blossomtime Rose. This is one of my all-time drugstore favorite blushes, and as you guys can see, it was a rose at one time, and I thought that was so, so pretty. I think it's a good comparison to the California. I think the California might have a little bit more of a peach undertone, but I think Milani, they have a really good wide selection of blushes, and they're all really high quality. Alright, for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl TRUNAKED Goldens. And it looks like this, and I've never used this palette before, so I'm also going to be reviewing it and giving you guys my first impression of the product. And first I'm just going to be going in with this light brown in this palette.
And I'm just going to be starting this color in my transition area.
Well, it isn't very pigmented, but I do like the color.
And I'm just going to keep blending this base color on, and I'm also going to make sure there is no harsh lines anywhere.
I'm just going to be blending this out down to my lash line as well. I do like this color though. I think it's a really nice subtle transition color. And I'm also going to be working this out towards my lower eyebrow just because I'm going to try and get a cat eye. Alright, and for my crease color, I'm going to be using that very far dark brown color. And I'm just going to be starting this in my crease and working my way out.
And I'm just going to be blending this in my outer corner first to just try and get that really nice dimension color going. And I also am going to drag this out as much as I can because I do want to have that pretty cat eye. And as you guys can see, this color was really hard to work with. It didn't blend that well, and it didn't come off as dark as I thought it would. Now I'm just going back in with a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape and a really small brush, and I'm just going to clean up that line where my eyebrow meets the eyeshadow.
Alright, and I'm just going to be going back in with my transition brush, and I'm just going to try and blend this out a little bit better. I will say that color was very buildable the more I put on, the darker it got, but it did not come off dark in the very beginning. I'm just going to try and cut this crease a little bit and make it look a little bit more nice and professional before I put my foil color on my eyelid.
And for the cut crease, I always like to start in the middle and kind of work my way out, trying to be as careful as I can with that color because I don't want it to go past my crease.
If you put concealer back on your eyelid and set it with powder before you put a foil color, it always comes off a lot more bright and pretty. I'm just going to try and blend this out. I don't want to have a harsh line right there, so I'm trying to make it look really nice and natural. Alright, I'm just going to go back in with a random crease brush, a fresh and clean one, and I'm just going to clean up these lines a little bit. Alright, next I'm going to be getting a small precise brush, and I'm just going to end with the e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist Inset. And this is a setting spray, and I'm just going to be wetting my brush. And I'm just going to be going in with this gold shade right here. It's just a really shimmery, beautiful gold color. Okay, this one so far is a lot different than the mattes in this palette. This one came off a lot stronger, and I don't know if it's just because I wet my brush, but I really like this gold.
And I'm just going to be blending this gold in the same exact spot that I put my concealer in.
Alright, next I'm just going to be highlighting my brow bone, and I'm just going to be using that really pretty white shimmery color in the very front. And I'm also going to be highlighting my inner corner as well. And my favorite thing to do when highlighting my brow bone is dragging the highlight all the way down. It looks really nice against your eyeshadow. I think dragging the highlighter all the way down just looks super pretty.
And with that same color gold I put on my eyelid, I'm just going to be putting it in my inner corner for a pop of color.
Okay, now I'm just going to be going in with that first transition color, and I'm just going to be putting this on my lower lash line, and I'm just going to try and mimic what I did on the top eye on the lower lash line.
And as you guys can see, I'm using a very precise brush on the bottom because I want that line to be very thin.
Alright, I'm just going to be going in with the darkest shade in the very end, and I'm just going to be putting this on the outer corner of my eye. And I'm just going to work this in towards the beginning. Alright, for liner, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild MegaLiner.
I find it a lot easier if you start with your eyeliner on the very wing of your eye first and then work your way to the middle.
Alright, and I'm just going to be using Eyelashes by Kiss. This is my favorite drugstore eyelash brand. I really like the style in 11, and I don't know what style these are because I threw the box away, but I really like these.
And I am using the Duo lash glue that you can get from Walmart, and a trick I will say is to let your glue dry almost all the way before you try and put your eyelashes on.
Alright, and this is the look with the eyelashes. I do like these eyelashes. I feel like they're really nice and subtle. And next I'm just going to be going in with my Maybelline Colossal Spider Effect Mascara. Okay, next I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in the color Blackest Black. I love to put a gel liner on my waterline, and I'm not going to be using the brush that comes with it. This is unusual, but one of my tricks is I like to use a smudger brush to put my gel eyeliner on because it doesn't put too much product on it, and a lot of the brushes, they pick up too much product, so then when you try and put it on, it just makes a big mess.
Alright, and I'm just going to start in my outer corner and work my way all the way to the inner corner, making sure I don't miss any spots.
Next, I'm just going to be brushing off my contour. I do like to let the contour sit on my face while I do my eyes because it just makes it really nice and baked, and it kind of lets the product stick there, and it ends up coming off a lot lighter and stronger. As you guys can see, this really nice crisp line that it leaves when you leave the powder on your face for a while. Alright, and this is the final look on this eye, and to save us some time, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now that I got both of my eyes done, let's talk about the eyeshadow. Okay, I know I was doubting CoverGirl, but CoverGirl came through on this eyeshadow look. I would say the matte and the darker crease color was a little bit hard to blend out, but once I got that gold, you guys, it literally made the look come through. Like, I am living for this eyeshadow look, and for a drugstore eyeshadow, that is just thebomb.com. And this is what the eyeshadow looks like completed. I am living for this gold color, you guys. Like, that gold came off so creamy and pigmented. Oh, I'm living right now, you guys. Alright, next I'm going to be going in with the Rimmel London Exaggerate lip liner, and this is in the color Ultimate.
And for my lip liner, I always like to start in the middle of my bottom lip and work my way to the crease and make sure I don't miss any spots on that as well.
Okay, for my lipstick today, I'm going to be going in with Milani in the color Double Espresso.
I'm in love with how this lipstick ended up turning out. It actually ended up having a really pretty copper undertone.
Alright, for my highlight today, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter, and it is in the color Precious Petals, and I love this highlighter. It is very similar to the Ofra highlighter. It just has more of a pink undertone. And I'm just going to be popping this on my cheeks, and can you guys see that? That is very, very pretty. You guys, you really cannot beat this highlighter for $4.99. That is just like amazing that they have a highlighter this pigmented for only $4. I really love it, and I think I usually like golder toned highlighters, but this one has a little bit of pink undertone in it, and I'm actually digging it. It's just really, really pretty. And I do like to put this on my chin a little bit, and I will go ahead and put this on my eyebrows as well.
So the highlighter above the eyebrows is the newer trend, and I am totally feeling it. It's just another way to make you have that really nice glow.
And I do like to go back in with my finger just to make it look more subtle and natural above my eyebrows, because I do like to have that big highlighter above. Okay, and now I'm just going to be highlighting my nose with a smaller brush.
I feel like a highlighted nose literally just brings the whole look together, and I also did put a little bit more highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes just to make everything pop.
Alright, now I'm going to be setting this look with the e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist Set. Alright, so my final thoughts are, I do love all these drugstore products really, really well, but I feel like if you are in a spot where you cannot afford a lot of higher end products and you are able to splurge on maybe a little bit, I feel like the most important things to splurge on is definitely concealer. A good concealer is always a must, and although I do like the Fit Me concealer, all-time favorite concealer high end is Tarte Shape Tape. Hands down, it's literally the best concealer you will ever buy. Also, a good eyebrow product, even though I did like the NYX product, I will say the best eyebrow product that you can buy is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and that is just the best eyebrow product I've ever come across. It's literally so pigmented and creamy, and literally comes off so smooth and easy, and it stays all day. Okay, and for the third thing I think that is worth splurging on is a good bronzer. There are so many good higher end bronzers out there, and I've had a hard time finding a low end bronzer, and the Butter Bronzer is already $14, so I think if you splurge and just spend up to maybe $20, I mean, there are so many better bronzers that you can find. My current fave is the Hoola bronzer, which is on the pricier side. I'm sure you could find one a little bit cheaper than that. But other than that, I did love all these products very, very much. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on all my favorite drugstore products, and also a couple of first impressions in there as well. And if you would, please like this video and also subscribe to my channel. And if you would, click the bell as well so you know when I upload. Alright guys, thanks for watching.